which I don't really like talking about, my old best friend Perry,
Yeah.
who I'm not that close to anymore. I never wanted anything from him,
Right.
just for him to be great.
Yeah.
But that's a long story, but you know what I'm saying?
Burberry Perry helped craft the sound of Lil Yachty's debut mixtape Lil Boat 1, including producing his breakout hit One Night. However, the two never worked together again after 2017. The producer and artist formerly known as Burberry Perry had played a major role in Lil Yachty's early SoundCloud career, before, as we're about to see, a mysterious beef split them apart. Some believe it was all due to a Pokemon card. But what exactly went down between Yachty and Perry? As fellow Atlanta artists, Lil Yachty and Burberry Perry first met one night at a party. Then, after exchanging each other's info, the two began working on music together in the Atlanta scene.
Producing a lot of Lil Yachty's like early albums, like his first couple of albums, like a lot of his early hits. So I came up, like that was like when I was 18.
First gaining mainstream recognition by producing Lil Yachty's breakout double platinum single One Night in 2015, then came his feature verse on Wanna Be Us a year later, a track from Yachty's debut mixtape Lil Boat 1.
Bitch, you know it's no boat. Bitch, it's no boat, I'm a Perry. I can do a horse like a ferry. I need to run like a cherry. All little niggas they know. All little niggas they know me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Bitch, you know it's no boat.
That Yachty sound was made in part by you, and there was plenty of people to come afterwards that were
that did kind
really
of like,
influenced by it. So
I do agree.
I'm not saying you were the sole reason, but you were.
In addition to his work with Yachty, though, also came Perry's self-titled debut EP that same year of 2016. However, with the name he came up with referencing a Burberry branded scarf he would always wear, combined with then, a cover art you can see here featuring an altered version of the British luxury clothing brand's plaid design and night logo. Following the release of his debut EP, Burberry Perry was met with a surprise at his doorstep.
I get a box to my door and it's filled with binders. Like I opened it up, it had pictures of me wearing Burberry. Like it had like every instance that I had ever taken a picture, said Burberry, or used in any reference.
Wow.
Like it was binders of this, right? They were like, yeah, you had to appear in Supreme Court in New York for this, woo-de-woo.
Faced with a lawsuit for using Burberry's name and likeness for personal profit with no permission, Perry was then forced to change his artist name to The Good Perry. The Good Perry would join Lil Yachty's sailing team back at the time too, which was basically a crew of rappers and producers Yachty had been pushing heavy, but walking the same path as his recent Concrete Boys record label that we'll see in a second, and his back and forth with Caribou. Just like the Concrete Boys, the sailing team did not last very long. When the sailing team became like my brothers and sisters, I felt the need to take care of them, Yachty explained of his old crew. But it got to the point where I was spending so much money, almost $1 million, trying to create this company out of my own money, and they didn't even want it for themselves. They were just really lazy. Not even a thing where they were envious or jelly, they were just lazy, he said.
When it comes to the sailing team, as a group, I think that everybody in the group didn't take that platform and kind of just push off. Everybody didn't really take the platform that he gave us to really capitalize off of it, so.
I was getting these big magazine cover shoots, cover looks, and taking them on tour around the world twice, getting these hotels and these big tour buses and spending all this money on custom uniforms and video shoots, and for niggas to like not give a f. They were just really lazy.
Now, this quote from Yachty back in 2019 was about the sailing team as a whole, but what happened with the Good Perry specifically? After landing 5 placements on Lil Boat 1, 3 tracks on Summer Songs 2, but then only 1 song on Yachty's debut album Teenage Emotions, their track Running With a Ghost would prove to be the last song ever released from Lil Yachty and Perry. Perry was noticeably absent from the sequel Lil Boat 2, as fans were left empty-handed with nothing but questions. Well, to start, rumors swirled about creative differences between the two. Now, creative differences are often common between close artists and producers. However, some fans instead believed that it was actually a Pokemon card which set off the drama.
Who's that Pokemon?
Rumors again rose about Perry allegedly stealing a rare Pokemon card from Lil Yachty, causing him to get mad. But although this was never confirmed nor denied, it was confirmed in his recent No Jumper interview though that Perry and Yachty never actually had any serious beef, contrary to many theories.
I don't think it necessarily was ever turmoil. Like a lot of people do assume that. How would I say? Like We don't talk to each other like often, but like I do hit him up every once in a while. I'll be like, yo, what you doing? Like, what's this called? I seen you was over here. I was over here.
Perry said that they still talk once in a while, but according to this tweet from Yachty in 2018, good question, he says when asked about his former friend, it's whatever, we don't talk. A few months later after his tweet though, came this Instagram story from Lil Yachty. We back cool now so you never know. Saying they're back cool now tells us at one point though that they weren't cool. And while again it's possible it was actually because of a stolen Pokemon card, the truth is Perry and Yachty's problems have been kept personal behind the scenes, out of the public eye. The Good Perry has continued releasing music, including a new mixtape every few years, such as his most recent in 2022 titled Mr. Good, Bad, and Ugly, but obviously no new collaborations with Lil Yachty. The sailing team walked so concrete boys could run, reads this top comment from a fan. As I mentioned earlier, the collapse of Yachty's sailing team and his messy split from his former artist Caribou, a crazy situation in itself that I actually already made an entire video about on my main channel, but Caribou's situation has drawn comparisons to the mysterious fate of Burberry Perry.
I don't want to say this. I'm gonna say this shit one time, right? We have split ways with Kara as far as this concrete shit. I don't have nothing to say, nothing bad to say, nothing negative to say about Kara. I wish her the best.
A few moments later.
Yo, bro, it's so crazy to me, bro, because I've given you a career, and time to time you just disrespect me. I wrote every verse you've done. I dressed you. I dressed all 5 of y'all niggas, bro. I put an outfit on everybody. I put 8-carat earrings in everybody's ear. I put 3 chains on all y'all neck. We bought a Cartier watch. I gave you that chrome Rolex.
Yachty and Caribou have publicly called each other out numerous times, something that never happened though with Perry. Perry's mentioned how he kinda got comfortable after his early success, and perhaps lost some of his interest in music. Meanwhile, Yachty's sound continued to advance beyond SoundCloud. There is no denying Perry's impact and influence on Lil Yachty's early come-up. However, it is very likely we'll never see them release music together ever again. Thank you guys for watching, and also be sure to check out my main channel, 1111, for more videos.